What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Dueling Aces. Happy Tuesday. How's it going, Mike?
Happy Tuesday indeed, Wade. Excited about the slate today, man. Full 16 game card. Normally only 15. Got the doubleheader there, though, between Toronto and Baltimore. Crazy, crazy, crazy things going on, man. Trade deadline coming up on Thursday. A lot of players shifting teams here. A lot going on in the MLB world, man. We got to see who's buying, who's selling here at the deadline. But yeah, excited about today's slate.
Yeah, man, I'm excited about today's slate as well. We talked a little bit off air, talked about our plays. I believe you've given out 5 plays so far. I think I've given out 4. I'm really liking your looks today. Last show was on Friday. We ended up going 1-3. That moves us
Oh,
to 82 and 51 for a 62%, which is still fantastic. But let's have a fantastic week this week. Let's end the week with 65% hit rate. I think we got a pretty good chance to sweep today. Cash this giveaway for the people. So without further ado, what is your top play of the day?
yeah, let's work on that sweep. We need one, Wade. It's about time. We got to heat up right here at the deadline. I feel it. Let's not break tradition. Let's go full game under here. I went Dodgers Reds under 9.5. Got -110 at the open yesterday. I think best you can find now is -135. I'm fine with that to get that little extra, half a run there. Nine. We talk about it a lot on here on the show. Nine's a key number in totals. Anytime you can get 9 or even a little above 9 playing it under, it's worth a little extra juice. But shameless plug there. Check out ewatchbet.com each day. If I do have a total play, I always play it the afternoon before on the open, just because that's how you get the value, guys. Beat the closing line, the name of the game long term. But classic pitchers duel. I know it's in Great American Small Park, so it's a little bit scary here, as far as the venue. But man, oh man, two of my favorite guys going head to head here, Tyler Glass now and Nick Lodolo. Lodolo's been a horse this year for the Reds. He just pitched a complete game last week against the Nationals. Complete game shutout, that is. My goodness. I think I've cashed. I had to go back and look. I think I've cashed either 4 or 5 in a row of Lodolo starts playing the full game under. So I'm just going to stick with it here. Man, we talked last week. I think it was last week about Glass now being back. He sure as heck looked like it, man. I think he got 12 Ks against Minnesota last week. So his stuff just looks like sick, like it was in years past. Looks fine over the arm trouble, whatever he's been dealing with. What's crazy though, these two offenses got pretty decent numbers as far as the season long perspective. Another great point you made off there. This time of year, we kind of zero in on last 30, last 14, just because the rosters are starting to look a little bit different. And you look at both these offenses of late. Reds just 28 WRC plus last month. And LA, not much better. I think they're 24th WRC plus last month. So the Dodgers' struggles really do continue here. Two teams combined to score 9.09 runs per game just for home and away, but I actually cranked that down to close to 7.5 just because I like Glasnow and Lodolo so much. So yeah, just pitchers duels. What I'm seeing here in Cincy, that's kind of hard to say in that hitter's paradise. But man, too much Glass now, and hopefully too much Lodolo here, and like this under quite a bit.
Yeah, this is I wasn't expecting you to drop this one, but I like this one a lot as well. I think we both have made quite a bit of money on Lodolo this season. He's
Yeah,
been lights out. He has been better on the road, but at home,
yeah,
I
yes.
think he can still keep this under 3 runs against the Dodgers, who really have struggled offensively the last 30 days. Mostly to right-handed pitching, but I still think they're just not doing enough damage to pitchers in general. I like that look a lot. 9.5 is pretty generous, man.
Yeah, I was excited to see the number, especially yesterday. Like when I made the line, like I said, 7.5, which sounds
Yeah.
insane. Really, probably, I think probably should have been 8.5 when you
Yep.
bump it up a full run for the ballpark just for the venue.
Sure.
But man, I was just shocked. You're going to give me two horses on the hill, at a 9.5. It's like, that just sounds too high. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the ball flies out of the yard today. I did check the weather. Didn't see any kind of crazy wind in Cincinnati. So, yeah, I think they just mispriced it. At least that's what I'm hoping. What about
Hey,
you, buddy? What do you got for us here? Play number one.
yeah, you know, I'm sitting here thinking, wow, should I switch my play? We've done this numerous times, where I'm like,
Yep,
you're talking, and I'm sitting here stewing about,
yep,
do
yep.
I want to give out? Because do I want to double up on a player on the show? Is the question.
Hey, it's worked before. I mean,
Do we want to
hey,
double up on a player on the show? I'm
It's
gonna
tough.
say no. So I'm gonna switch it. Not to mention, I think the rankings feel a little bit better to me here. The matchup feels a little bit better to me here. So I'm going to give out Lucas Giolito under 2.5 earned runs. You can get that over on X right now for -108. He is
Nice.
under in 7 of his last 10. He has gone over in his last 2 games, but that was at Philadelphia and at Chicago Cubs, two teams that are pretty dangerous against right-handed pitchers. Now he's going up against the Minnesota Twins, and they rank 22nd in average, 27th in on-base percentage, 21st in slugging, 22nd in WRC plus over the last 30 days, and really for the full season, they're right around those similar rankings. Giolito's overall ERA sits right around a 3.97, but he's been pretty lights out for most of the year. I think that is skewed a little bit. He gave up 7 against the Angels, which I think is pushing that ERA a little bit up. Plus the 5 at Philadelphia last game did not really help either. But overall, on the road, prior to those last 2 games, he had cashed 5 straight, allowing 1-1-0-2 and 1. And I just think overall, Baseball Savant's got some pretty good numbers on him as well. 115 plate appearances against this roster. 0.218 average, 0.306 WOBA. Today, he's expected batting average of 0.193 and expected WOBAs in red, which I really like to find. It's a 2.264. So they're projecting him to have even better numbers than what he has had previously against them. I don't love the launch angle of 20.9. He's going to have to stay away from giving up the home runs. I do believe he's given up a couple home runs to a couple of these batters. But overall, as long as he's only giving up like maybe one solo home run or a second solo home run here and there, just keeping base runners off the base paths, I think he can do that here. And I'm going to take Lucas Giolito to go under 2.5 earned runs.
Hey, I like it, man. This is one of our guys. I think we've both been on him from time to time, different props on the season. Good to see this guy back, man. He was a stud with the White Sox a few years ago. The K stuff slowly coming back for him as well. Only hits around 94, but gets a lot of extension. I'm a big extension guy, 81st percentile extension. But really, it's going to play more like 97, 98. Love that he's 6-2, a decent ERA, 3.97. It's even better, like you mentioned. His last 5 starts, he's 4-1 with a 3.0 ERA. And really, we can't really hold against him giving up 5 earned runs to Philly. That's going to happen. They're against Philly. Pretty powerful offense. Bryce Harper, I think, got him once there. And then the other time before, I give up 4, but it's against the Cubs, man. I think the Cubs might be best offense in baseball,
Yeah.
honestly. So really, those 2 starts, I don't put too much stock into them. You look at him against Colorado, he didn't give up any. Against Toronto in late June, didn't give up any earned runs. And against Washington, only gave up 1 on 4th of July. So a lot to like here about Giolito. That's a good find, man. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, I don't mind his over 16.5 outs either. I think that's a pretty good look. Might even be
No,
better, honestly, because I don't mind his BVP. I think he's got pretty good numbers against most of these batters. He does have a pretty ugly BVP against who was it? Pulling it up right now. Royce Lewis. Uh,
yep,
two two for two. He's got a home run, 4 RBI. So unless he hit a grand slam against him, um, Correa also has 3 home runs off of him, and then Byron Buxton has a home run off him. So
yeah.
um, yeah, I don't
That's
know.
all
We'll see.
right, though. I mean, that's to be expected. In 115 plate appearances, there's going to be some
Oh
bombs
yeah.
there. It's
Oh yeah.
a large sample size. So
Yep.
I don't worry about that as much. I mean, it does kind of make you, I guess, a tad bit concerned, but it's like, with a sample size that big, you're going to give up bombs. These are big league hitters.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think he's been locked in. He's due for a nice bounce back. So we saw Gore hold them under, but 2 earned runs on Friday. Something I took. So the last time I took another earned run prop against the Twins at at Minnesota Cash. So I'm feeling pretty good about this one. So what is your next play, my man?
Yeah, this was scary. I think this made us both nervous off air that I went back to this guy again, but I guess I just got good vibes. He cashed a nice plus money prop for me
Yeah.
about a month ago. So I'm
Yep.
going back to, well, you say Kikuchi under 2.5 earned runs. I found plus 100 this morning, bet 365. I think you can still get minus a buck 05, which is not
Yep.
bad at all here. Um, Kikuchi's not in the best current form, but then again, it's like, who has he played? He gave up 3 to the Mariners. Mariners pretty good against lefties.
Yeah.
He did hold the Phillies to just 2 earned runs a couple starts ago, so that was encouraging. Give up 3 to the Diamondbacks. Again, Diamondbacks pretty good offense. So I don't look too much into that. Rangers are coming around, but overall still nasty numbers against Southpaws. Wade 28th WRC plus against lefties for the season, just 24th the last 2 weeks. I mean, it's not like they're really putting it together all that much. They are really been leaning heavily on their pitching, on Evaldi, on Degrom, which they can take them somewhere if they get crazy performance out of those two guys. But yeah, Kikuchi's walk rate scares me. I guess that's the main thing that scares me here is he walks a couple guys and then gives up an extra base hit. But I like his numbers overall, 13-9 to the under this season overall. Really dominant at home too. Earned allowed 2 earned runs or fewer in 8 of his 11 starts. A nice little 8-3 trend in our favor there. So yeah, the current form, I don't love it. I think that's why we're getting the bargain price. I think if he was in a little bit better current form, this would be -125, -135. I think there's enough value to pull the trigger. Hadn't played earn run prop in a while, but yeah, excited about this one. Usai's been good to me a couple times this year. Hopefully it continues. We'll see.
Yeah, no, after we talked about it, convinced me to jump in on it as well. I looked at it, man. It's one of those when before we talked, I was just worried about the head-to-head history,
Yeah,
but and the fact that I've been on him and we've lost the last two against him, and he's lost his last two at home. He's just for whatever reason hasn't been as locked in, but I like it. I think it's a good spot for him to bounce back. Um, I
nice.
think Angels money line's a really good look today against Patrick Corbin.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I think Kikuchi's in a good spot too. I like these bounce back spots, especially he's definitely a guy that shouldn't be giving up more than 2.5 earned runs in multiple games in a row.
yeah.
Um,
You wouldn't
at
think.
home where he's been much better this year too. I think he gets a little bit of revenge here and cashes this one for us.
Nice. Sounds good, man. What do you got for play number two to feed the people
Yeah,
today,
I'm
man?
gonna do a parlay, strikeout parlay. Do Tyler
Nice.
Glass now of the Los Angeles Dodgers to get six
Yeah,
strikeouts, and Seth Lugo of the Royals to get four strikeouts on the Braves. We'll start with Tyler Glass now here. He's got 42 plate appearances against this roster, 33.3 strikeout percentage. I believe against four of the batters that he has seen, he's got a 25% K rate or higher against. He's got a 7.1 walk rate against this team as well, which I like, which shows he's gonna keep control and not walk guys because that's usually how we end up losing most of our strikeout props. Is guys are just walking too many guys. We lost Gore. He gave up 5 or 6 walks against the Twins. I had Singa on Sunday, who only needed to get 4 strikeouts, but he walked the Giants like 4 or 5 times. So Glasnow is one of those guys who's got the extension, as I know Mike likes to talk about. Probably one of the top extension guys in baseball. Overall, he's got a .265 batting average against this, or 2.256 batting average against this roster, an expected .265. So I do think he's going to be able to navigate this lineup and go deep enough to get probably he's probably good for 8 strikeouts today. I really wouldn't mind his 8 strikeouts. If it was a more of a plus money, I think that would be a look that a lot of people could go to. As far as 6 strikeouts goes, hit rate wise, he has cashed this in 5 times this year. He's only missed three. Last year he faced this lineup. He had 8 strikeouts on them, and we were on Yamamoto yesterday, and he had 9 strikeouts. So I just think if you look at the Reds, they're a little tricky for the season. They're striking out top 10 or bottom 10, I guess. Against they're striking out 10th highest, top 10 highest against the right-handed pitchers. But last 30 days, they've been pretty stingy against strikeouts, but I think you also have to tie that into who they've been playing and who they've been pitching against. And most of those pitchers do not stack up to who Tyler Glasnow is and what he brings to the table. So overall, I just like what he's got. I like his pitch mix. I just don't think they're going to be able to handle the slider and curveball and sinker that he all throws right around 20% each. He's got that really fastball 40% he's throwing, so he just can really keep hitters off balance, not knowing what off speed pitch he's going to be bringing to them. And then Seth Lugo, looked at him a little bit. You kind of convinced me it's him as well. I looked at him and I was kind of worried that he only had 3 strikeouts on them last year, but then you go look at it and he only went 2 innings. For some reason, they pulled him,
weird.
and I don't know why they pulled him that game, but overall he's cashed 7 straight, hitting at least 5 in 7 straight games, hitting 5 in actually 8 of the last 10. Only missing against the Yankees and the Tigers, who are teams that I don't fault anybody missing against because when those guys are hot, they're going to be hard to strike out. Overall, the Braves are striking out 26th most last 30 days and 22nd most for the season against right-handed pitchers, right around 25% for the last 30 days. I just think overall, Lugo can also get his straight line. I believe 4.5 is a line that Mike would agree is a good look for him today. I definitely think Lugo is going to probably give us 6 innings. I think he can average 1 strikeout an inning. He might be able to get 6 strikeouts here in this game today at home. He has been better at home, on the road at striking out teams, but I will say he has been on the road in what, 2, 4. He's been on the road in 6 of his last 9 starts. So he just hasn't pitched at home very much. So it kind of skews his numbers a little bit. But overall, I think this is a pretty good look. The Braves just have not been able to stay away from that strikeout bug. And then I know you like to talk about his pitch mix. He's got 7 or 8 pitches that he likes to bring, keeping hitters off balance. I think he's really got it locked in right now with the catcher. They're really locked in. I was very surprised to see Lugo getting this many strikeouts. He's not really a strikeout guy, and he went to I took him last game to go under 5.5 strikeouts against the Cubs, and he got 6. So I'm just gonna keep believing that somehow he's found a way to keep striking guys out.
Yeah, he's getting more movement from what I've seen. He wasn't getting as much bite on all of his breaking stuff. He's got, you talked about, I think, 8 or 9 different pitches. He's just
Yeah,
getting a little more movement here lately. He's in the groove. Yeah, I'm with you. I think, you look at his K rate as far as percentiles, just 47, but nuance is everything in what we do, guys. We do context and nuance. Heck, just a few weeks ago, he was more like in the 25th percentile. So he increased it that much just because he's been grooving lately. So yeah, Atlanta's been K'ing quite a bit this season, has several K targets, and then Glasnow. Hard not to like Glass. I actually played both these guys on their straight line. Glasnow 93rd percentile K rate. Another nice little tidbit about Glasnow against Cincy. Cincy ranks just 20th in hitting the sinker. And it's kind of a secondary pitch for Tyler, but he still throws it 18% of the time. I think he can get a lot of swing and miss on that pitch. I think one of my lines said the line should be 7.5 for Glass now. My other one, I think, put it at like 6.81. So you getting it at 6. I think it's a pretty good bargain there for this parlay. And then kind of the same thing with Lugo, man. Was really surprised how low they set Lugo. Just with, especially with his current form, like you said, hitting it 7 straight starts. I could see it maybe if Atlanta was putting the ball in play more, but they're really not. They're, I think, still 11th highest K rate in the last 14. So yeah, a lot to like about that parlay. Good
yeah. I mean,
find.
specifically the fact that he's done this against the White Sox, who aren't striking out. He's also done this against the
Mm-hmm.
Padres, the Dodgers, Mariners, the
Yeah,
Marlins, who aren't striking out, and then the
no
Cubs.
doubt.
So you have to take him against the Braves, who are
Yeah,
striking out.
I took him out of principle.
Yeah,
Out
you
of
have to.
principle.
We'll do a quick rundown, then we'll get out of here. Mike gave out the Dodgers and Reds to go under 9.5. If you guys can find under 9, go ahead and take that as well. And then he also gave out Yasai Kikuchi to go under 2.5 earned runs for the Los Angeles Angels. And I gave out Lucas Giolito to go under 2.5 earned runs for the Boston Red Sox against the Minnesota Twins. And then I gave out a strikeout parlay of Tyler Glasnow, 6 strikeouts to go with Seth Lugo, 4 strikeouts. That was minus 137 on DraftKings. Not the sexiest odds for a strikeout parlay, but hey, they cash, and what are we here to do? Cash tickets, baby. So
That's it.
let's cash these tickets. Appreciate everybody watching today. We will be back in action tomorrow. And Mike, anything else to say?
That's it, man. Let's break out the brooms. We're due for a sweep. Now's the time. Let's get back knocking on the door at 65%. I feel better in that area. So let's do it.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go.